the Micro Uzi submachine gun, the illegitimate child of the Uzi, and we don't actually know who the mother is yet. This gun is pretty neat. Reminds me a lot of the MAC-10. Hey, maybe that's the mother. Anyway, let's take a look at the stats, shall we? On this particular Micro Uzi, I have a magazine of 32, total ammo of 128, rate of fire of 1200, damage of 40, accuracy of 2, stability of 20, concealment of 21, and threat of 20. Now, on this particular Micro Uzi, I've modded it just for straight damage, so I've sacrificed accuracy and just upped my damage output. Of course, you could mod this to be a little bit more balanced, and here's one that I have in such a way, with a damage of 31, accuracy of 10, stability of 20, and concealment of 23. So it's a little bit more balanced in the stats. And one unique thing about the Micro Uzi is that, off the top of my head, it is one of the few SMGs that can reach 30 concealment. Others being, say, the Scorpion, the Tech 9. I think the MP5 can also do that. So that's pretty neat. This particular one, I have that modded for maximum concealment, which is really nice. I didn't put anything else on it, though, so the stats are mediocre. Anyway, let's take a look at the available mods that this thing has to offer. You can have a custom barrel, aptly named custom barrel, one of the many barrel extensions, and 3 that are unique to the Micro Uzi, being the Fudomaki suppressor, the Maki suppressor, and the spring suppressor. You can have single fire or auto fire, one of the gadgets at our disposal, and one of 2 stocks, no stock or the unfolded stock. Now, to get maximum concealment, all you need to do is place no stock on the gun, and since it has a base concealment of 29, that'll push it to 30. Unfolded stock increases the stability, but not the concealment. And for the custom barrel, it'll increase your accuracy, but decrease your concealment. And for the suppressors, this one does not take away damage, which is really nice. Actually, it works fairly well with silent killer builds. And it also increases your stability as well, but it does take away quite a bit of concealment. This one takes away a little bit of damage, adds not as much stability, and doesn't take away as much concealment. And this one is your super sneaky, does not take away any concealment, but takes away a shitload of damage suppressor. So those are the available mods for it. Mostly the barrel extensions will give you the most variety in the gun stats. And let's actually compare this particular Micro Uzi to the regular Uzi. If I can find it. There it is. So this is the Micro Uzi that I've had to have more balanced stats, but I think that the regular Uzi has better balanced stats overall. With this one, it has 40 damage, 16 accuracy, 22 stability, 18 concealment, and 24 threat. Overall, it has a more balanced setup and it's much easier to use than the Micro Uzi. Of course, this doesn't have the insane rate of fire or the extra ammo though, so that is something to make note of. And I find that this SMG is most comparable to the Vector, the Cross Vertex, as well as the Jackets piece. They're very similar in terms of ammo, damage, rate of fire, accuracy, and stability. Pretty much they're really similar. You know, this one has the top 3 stats are the same, similar damage, pretty much no accuracy, fairly similar stability, fairly similar concealment. And with the Vector, that I've modded out in the same way, this one right here, whoops. Yeah, it's pretty much the same deal here. You know, similar magazine, ammo, and rate of fire, similar damage, similar accuracy, and similar stability and concealment. Actually, this one's concealment is pretty bad. But I actually think I would prefer having the Vertex or the Jackets piece for this manner because, strictly speaking, going loud, these tend to have better stability than the Micro Uzi that I found. See, the Micro Uzi has 20, while this has 22, and the Jackets piece has 25. I find them easier to control than the Micro Uzi. But, of course, with the high base concealment, it adds a little bit of versatility to the Micro Uzi, and, well, you can use it for your fugitive, ghost, and dodge setups. Anyway, that's enough gawking at it. Let's take a look at this gun in some gameplay.
Okay, we're coming up on Vlad's. Okay, let's do this one. They have cameras. Take him out.
Ooh, I spy a guard. Bam, motherfucker! Take that, micro Uzi. Speaking about the micro Uzi, that's what this video is all about now, isn't it? So the micro Uzi, like I mentioned earlier, is very similar to the Jackets piece as well as the Cross Vertex. They're bullet hoses, CQC monsters where you spit out a lot of bullets, get a lot of damage out fast, but it's not very accurate and you're not gonna have a good time when it comes to long ranges. I mean, you could try hitting stuff at long range, but you'd just be wasting your ammo. So as such, I like to think of this weapon as more of a shotgun than an SMG. You know, because when you think SMG, think a miniature assault rifle. It's gonna perform a little bit similar to an assault rifle, decent accuracy, decent range, stuff like that, right? Well, with this weapon, at least the way I've modded it so far, it does not have any of those characteristics. It's gonna hit hard, it's gonna hit up close, and that's about it. Take this, fine, China, fuck you. I should probably fix these. So as you saw earlier, there is that one nice suppressor for silent killer setups. It doesn't take away any damage, and I do enjoy using this weapon for a silent killer SMG setup, but I'm actually not going to do that right now. I have a pretty generic tank build. I've got Iron Man, ICTV. I also have Bulletproof in the Technician tree. And, well, I've been liking, you know, tankier builds a bit more. Ever since they changed the perk decks, they've buffed things like Sociopath, Infiltrator, Gambler, Muscle, Armor, stuff like that. So I've been having a lot more fun with these heavy builds. And I've also found that SMGs are also pretty fun with these setups as well. Usually I would just go straight shotguns, but with SMGs they're really nice because there's a lot of spray and pray, and I don't know, it's a pretty enjoyable way of playing. The only thing I wish I had right now is the reload speed for SMGs. And, yeah, I don't know. I've just been liking heavier builds more and more recently. I mean, ever since they buffed it, they've been a lot more usable, and a lot more enticing. And they work extremely well with SMGs. One of the reasons being is that with Enforcer setups, you can go for fully loaded. And fully loaded is a very nice skill for weapons that spray and pray a lot. I mean, you're spitting out bullets like crazy, so you gotta be able to pick up all that ammo back, right? Fully loaded is the perfect skill for SMGs. And while most people tend to regard SMGs as weaker weapons, you know, when compared to like shotguns, pistols, stuff like that, I think a nice buff to SMGs is actually just giving them better ammo pickup in general. Because a lot of them fit the role of, you know, being really spammy, a lot of ammo, well, not a lot of ammo, but decent amount of ammo, but they're relatively weak, and since they're weak, they don't have, you know, they require a lot more bullets just to kill stuff, and because of that, you're going to be needing to pick up more ammo after you expend it all. So fully loaded, a very nice skill, both basic and ace. Also, I'm having a hard time getting these drills over. Yeah, here. Holy moly, he's still alive. Okay. And the current perk deck I'm using right now is Sociopath. You've probably noticed. Did I already mention that? Fuck, I already forgot. Oh, I have terrible memory. Bad day. Sad day. But I find that this SMG, with its really insane high rate of fire, is amazing for panic perk decks. So Sociopath, Muscle, anything that uses panic, it works really well. With Sociopath, it requires you to kill your enemies, so having, you know, a high rate of fire allows you to kill enemies in quick succession relatively fast. And with Muscle, it's based on, well, I don't know what it's actually based on, but I think it has to deal with your rate of fire. Just like whenever bullets come out, there's like a chance of causing panic. So with anything that has a high rate of fire like this, the minigun, stuff like that, you're going to be causing a lot of panic. And that makes these perk decks really fun to use, especially with SMGs like this. Cool. God, too fat for these damn windows. So as for the weapon itself, I really don't have too much to say about it because, as I mentioned, it is really similar to the Jackets piece and the Cross Vertex. I actually kind of prefer having the Jacket's Piece and the Vertex as opposed to this one when it comes to straight loud setups, because I think the stability on those are a little bit better. But this one, like I mentioned, has a bit more versatility as well. It has a lot of good concealment, and that's 2 tasers. I don't want to deal with that. Die, motherfuckers! Bam, 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 bam! Actually, this is kind of a bad position. I may have gotten myself in a little pickle here. But it's a good thing I got my handy-dandy katana. Yep. Oh, hey, those are open. Yes! More money! And the only thing... I don't know. I really wish I had that reload speed right now. I'm just gonna go hide back here or something. Hello, Cloaker! If you guys have been wondering why I'm not afraid of Cloakers at all, it's because I'm playing solo right now. And by solo, I mean not even AI. And for those of you that don't know, if you play in this way, Cloakers will not charge you. They will not insta-down you. Because this is Overkill's way of saying, you know, we feel kind of bad if Cloakers have the ability to do that when you're playing all by your lonesome. So that's why I opted to play without the AI. You know, AI can be kind of nice, but usually they don't do too much. Uh-oh. Can't say. Ah! Micro Uzi, save me! Way to stick your gun through the wall. That's not cool, man. Heat fire! I kind of threw it on myself, but that's okay. Yeah, even with fully loaded right now, I still run out of ammo relatively fast. So, SMGs of this nature definitely need to keep a watch on your ammo count at all times. I think I heard a dozer. I've always been thinking about what would be relatively decent as buffs for SMGs in general, because nobody really uses them, let's be honest here. They're relatively lackluster weapons, and they have a few niche uses, usually for people that, you know, don't have skills for any other weapons like shotguns or pistols, or, you know, they just can't... Ooh, that's another dozer. They can't afford to be using, you know, other things. Ah, that's a taser! That's bad, that's all kinds of bad!
Alright, that's that taken care of. You bought yourself a breather. So start breathing and get it done.
Get out of here. Frickin' dozer. That right there is about the extent of my range. Any farther than that, and I would not be able to hit anything. There we go. So you need to get right up in their face to be effective. I am too fucking fat for this damn thing. Ooh. If I could get some health back by slicing some enemies, that'd be pretty nice. Get out of here. Waiting for me at the exit. That's just dirty, man. That ain't cool. Not at all. Okay, hopefully I can pick this before anything comes up behind me. Pick faster. Pick. Ah! I have explosive rounds, but I can't open this door. Sad day. Safe. Ha! Before they came. I guess another thing to mention about this micro Uzi that I do enjoy is that when you hold it and you ADS, you hold it slightly sideways, like a fucking gangster. Or a Yakuza, I suppose. That's a nice little touch. So the weapon, while I do think it's not bad, I do think there are better alternatives out there. Like, you know, mainly Jacket's Piece and the Cross Vertex. It's not bad, but I prefer the other ones. Although it does have a permanent place as a silent killer SMG because I do believe it is better than the other two in that aspect. Yes! More lead combos. I need to put lead combos on everything!